Thank you, Madam Chair. Welcome, Mr. Kirk.
Thank you.
To determine the fitness to serve of any of the nominees to come before any of my committees, I ask the following two initial questions. Since you became a legal adult, have you ever made unwanted requests for sexual favors or committed any verbal or physical harassment or assault of a sexual nature?
I have not.
Have you ever faced discipline or entered into a settlement relating to this kind of conduct?
I have not.
Mr. Kirk, you were just asked about $200 million in fraud as part of the PPP and some other federal programs during COVID. Now, you do know that this $200 million is not a set figure. It was something that your predecessor noted in a report and suggested that the IG investigate. So that you responded as though that was a set figure. It's just the potential. So should you be confirmed, are you going to investigate and ascertain how much in waste and fraud actually occurred during COVID?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. Whatever amount of fraud has occurred, it's too much. If there is $200 billion, the amount of the fraud is absolutely of grave concern to me and is to the American people.
You intend to investigate? Could you be confirmed? You would investigate? And with fairness, because that's what you said, right? You're going to be fair, you're going to no political access to grind.
Absolutely. Thank you, Senator. I am committed to unwavering adherence to principles of independence and objectivity in conducting the audits and investigations. I will maintain absolute neutrality in oversight operations.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said I will maintain absolute neutrality.
So let us confirm then that you consider the IG office to be independent of SBA leadership or the president. You will be totally independent.
Yes, as I mentioned, the Inspector General reports both to the Administrator and to the Congress under the Inspector General statute. But it is an independent entity, and it is my intention to maintain, as I mentioned, neutrality and complete independence.
So
neutral
the reason
and
I ask these questions is because it is very clear that President Trump likes to nominate people who will be 100% loyal to him, not necessary to the IG statute or anybody else, but loyalty to him. So I want to very clear that your loyalty is to the Constitution and to doing your job in an independent, non-political, fair way. Is that?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. I am absolutely committed to upholding the law and providing completely independent and objective.
Okay, I don't mean to rush you, but I don't have that much time. So when you talk about upholding the law, we have a president who believes that whatever he does is legal. Would that be your perspective, that whatever he does is legal?
Thank you, Senator. As I mentioned, will uphold the law. I will be completely objective in my application of the law to the facts that are presented to me.
Okay,
I'm
but
committed to unwavering adherence to principles
determines
of independence.
whether what he does is legal? Because you have a president who believes everything he does is legal. Is that who you would follow as far as the legality of anything that is happening? Or not? Or would you be independent of his attitude?
Thank you,
Whether
Senator.
what he's doing is legal or not?
I will absolutely uphold the law. That is
Okay, so that is not very sufficient when you have a president who says he is the law. Okay, so let me ask you this way. Do you believe that the rule of law should apply to the president?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. The rule of law applies to all citizens, and I will uphold the law in my role as Inspector General.
And so you are saying that the rule of law should apply to the president?
Senator, as I mentioned, the rule of law applies to all American citizens.
You don't want to use the word president? Is there some reason that you can't say including the President of the United States?
Thank you, Senator. The rule of law applies to all of us.
I think it's very unusual that you can't say that it applies to the president, which makes me wonder, So what can I say when you are being nominated by a president who believes that the rule of law does not apply to him and who demands pretty much 100% loyalty? Now, you were asked some questions about, I'm just curious to know whether or not you will come to your position, should you be nominated for confirm, in a fair way. So, for example, do you think that the elimination of the Department of Education is legal without congressional action?
Thank you, Senator, for the question. It is the role of the Inspector General, as I said, to conduct these audits and investigations. A hypothetical such as you mentioned, is not something that I feel is.
So it's actually not a hypothetical question because that's what he wants to do. And he fired practically half of the staff of the Department of Education. Do you think that's legal? Because you were you worked for the Education Department prior. Do you think that's legal?
As I said, Senator, I worked at the Department of Education in administrative and management roles, and I was responsible for assisting the general counsel in administering the office. I helped redesign workflows. I did the work.
You had nothing to do then with the intention, any discussion relating to the elimination of the Department of Education by executive order, or the firing of half of the people in ED. See, you also refuse to answer certain questions because it's pending litigation.
If the senator could wrap
there are
her
over
question,
200
please.
lawsuits involved challenging what the president wants to do. That doesn't mean that we're going to get a lot of answers from you. Thank you, Ms.
Okay.
Madam Chair.